Yeah, fine. Okay. So while coming back to the SQL, once the installation is completed, okay, basically we have uh, the system defined databases will be created in the SQL Server. Hope you guys able to see my screen, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So there are basically 5 system databases will be created by default. What are those? Let me discuss. The first one is master, and the second one is model MSDB, TempoDB, and finally source DB. Okay. Yeah. So we have basically 5 system databases by default. So when you install the SQL Server, by default, 5 system databases will be created automatically. Okay, very important. Each database have its own purpose. Okay, each database having its own purpose. Yeah. First database is master. Okay. So why master? What is a master? Let's see. Okay. Master is nothing but it is the master of rest of all the databases like your model MSDB, TempDB, ResourceDB, or whatever the databases that you are going to be created. Okay. For every database, it is the master. Okay. It is nothing but master. Okay. So what it will mainly contain? It will contain the information about the all the rest of the databases. Okay. Master will contain the information about all the rest of the databases. Without the master databases, your SQL Server will not started. Very, 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 very important. Okay. Without the master database, your SQL Server will not be started. Fine. What we can say, it is the master of most of all the other databases. Okay. Without master database, DB, SQL will not be started. Okay. Yeah. So master database is mainly consists of consists information of or contains information of logins. Okay. uh, Logins, proxies. Okay. uh, Etc information. Okay. We'll see what is login and all. You right now you don't get any understanding. Slowly when we move to the login part, then you will understand. Okay. Right now what you have to know. So what is master? It is a master of the other databases. Without the master databases, your SQL Server will not be started. Okay. Yeah, that is the main purpose of the master database. It will contain the information of the logins and the proxies and other things. Okay. Yeah. So next one is model. Okay. So what is this model database? It is the it is the role model to create a new database. Okay. What is the role model and all we'll see. Okay. Model is a role model to create new database. Okay, or else you can say that whenever we create a when we create a new database, new DB, the properties will come out from model database. Model database. Very important. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. Suppose what is this model and everything? Let's see. Master and everything. So once you install the SQL Server, how are we gonna connect it? Through the SSMS. Okay. So SSMS is again also a different service. You have to install it again manually. Okay. Once you install the SQL SQL Server database engine, okay, by default SSMS will not be installed. Okay. Please keep a note. Okay. So to install SSMS, what you have to do, just go to the your internet browser and type here SSMS 2019 download. Okay. So when you click on the SMS 2019 download, it will take you to the page, Microsoft page. Okay. So where you gonna download? Free download for SQL Server Management Studio 19.0. When you click on it, it will by default it will be downloaded. Okay. Where you can see it, just go to the your downloads. Okay. You're gonna see here. Once you clicked on it and just click on next, it will be get installed. Almost it is uh, 629 MB. Okay, you have to download it. Let me check whether it is there in my downloads or not. It is there. Okay. So once it is downloaded, it should be like this. Then click on install so that it will start the installation of the SSMS. It will ask you to where it has to keep the files of the SSMS. Okay. Then give the location like F for D or some other drive. Okay. Other than C drive, open. Okay. Then click on next. It will be finished. Fine. Yeah. So whenever you install the SQL services, by default, the the five databases will be created automatically. Okay. First, let me check the master database. Okay. Master, model, MSDB, TempDB. Correct, right? Don't, I'm not discussing about the resource DB now. We'll discuss that part. Okay. So first, what we have discussed about master database, it is master of the all the databases. Okay. Without master database, your SQL will not be started. It will contain the information about the logins and proxies and other related things. Okay. Yeah. So on model, what is a model? It is nothing but it's a role model to create a new database. Fine. Okay. Without model also your SQL will not be start. Okay. This is also very important database. Okay. Yeah. So why it is very important? Let's see. Okay. So let me go and check what is the properties of the model. Let me see that. See the properties. It is 32 MB and 16. Okay. What is this data file, log file and all will tell you later. Right now you don't understand. Okay. Now, if I create a new database, what it will do by default, the properties of the model will be come by default. See that? Let me take a database name as test 234. Okay. See that 32 MB 16 because the model is having the properties. Model is having the properties of 32 16. See that? That is the same it is giving. See that? Okay. That is the same it is giving the properties. Okay. So now you're gonna get doubt because by default it is there. That's why it is showing. Okay. Let me change the properties of the model database. Let me change it to 64. Okay. Let me change it to 32. What is the size and all will tell you later. Now I am going to prove that what is the properties of the model. The new database will also come with the same properties. See that? I have changed to model as 30, 64 and 32, right? Now whatever, if I'm trying to create a new database, by default it is taking the same features, right? Correct. Is my statement is wrong or correct? Hello?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Is my statement is correct, right?
Yes, yes.
Fine. That's what I'm telling. So it is a, whenever we create a new database, the properties will come out from the model database. Correct, right? Yes. Yeah. And next database is MSDB. What is this MSDB means? It is nothing but Microsoft database. Okay. MSDB is nothing but Microsoft database. Okay. The purpose of the MSDB is to manage the SQL Server agent. Okay. SQL Server agent. So what is the SQL Server agent? Let's see. Okay. This is the SQL Server agent. Okay. This is the SQL Server agent. If MSDB is not there, your agent will not work. Fine. What is this agent and all will see slowly. Okay. Agent is nothing but it's a dependency service on the SQL Server. Okay. Agent is a dependency service on the SQL Server. The main purpose of the agent is to run the jobs. Okay. Alerts, operator, proxies. Clear? Jobs, alerts, operator, proxies. What is this job? What is this alert? What is this operator? What is this proxies? We'll slowly see that. Okay. Now what you have to understand, MSDB is nothing but it's a Microsoft database, which is mainly or the purpose of the MSDB is to manage the or to uh, to manage the SQL Server agent. Under agent, what are the things are there? Jobs, alerts, operators. Or else you can simply say that the main purpose of the MSDB is um, to maintain jobs, alerts, operators, and proxies. Okay, fine. Yeah. So next part is TempDB. What is TempDB? It's a temporary database only. It's a temporary database. Okay, it's a temporary database which is mainly used to store the temporary objects like temp tables, temporary variables, okay, etc. Okay, okay. When we restart this SQL, whenever we restart this SQL, tempdb will be tempdb a new tempdb will be created. Okay, yeah. Let's see what is tempdb. Yeah. So this is a temporary database, okay, which is mainly used to manage, or which is mainly used to maintain the temporary objects. Okay, what is this temporary objects and all? Like when the SQL is running, okay, when the SQL is running, it need a lot of uh, it need lot of things. Okay, it need a tempdb as well. Okay, the main purpose of the tempdb is it will store all the temporary related objects. Okay, it will all the temporary related objects. The temporary tables are the temporary views, are the temporary programs, are the temporary procedures. Okay, the system by default it will use it, this tempdb. Okay, the system by default it will use the tempdb. All the system related temp files will be created in the tempdb. Okay, the tempdb, it will not it is not a permanent database, it's a temporary database. Okay, tempdb is a temporary database. Okay, don't store any permanent objects in the temporary database. We don't do it generally, basically. Okay, why? Whenever we restart a SQL server, the tempdb will be created automatically. Okay, whatever the it is there. Okay, so whatever it is there inside, everything will go off. Okay, again the new temp database will be created. Okay, that's the reason why we don't keep any permanent objects in the temporary database. We don't use it temporary database. Basically it is used by the system, or it is used by the SQL server by default to store the temporary objects. Okay, yeah, fine. Any doubts so far? It is very important, guys. I can teach you in Telugu also, but why I'm not teaching? Because when you go to the interview, the words are very important. Okay, if you don't understand any word or any sentence, please let me know, I can explain once again. Fine. Yeah, so resource db. Okay, what is this resource db? Okay, let me tell you. Resource db, it is a hidden database. Okay, it is a hidden database. It means that we cannot see this database in in SSMS. Okay, what is SSMS? SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so whatever you see, that if I run the setup, the SSMS setup, okay, whatever you have downloaded, if you run it, why it is not taking me to do the installation? Because already I have the 2019. That's the reason why I cannot do one more. Only one management studio can be installed, but you can install multiple SQL servers like 49 plus 1. Okay, 49 plus 1. 49 named instances plus one default instance can be installed on each machine. Very, 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 very important. Maybe already Lakshmi Garu has discussed about this point, right? How many SQL servers can install in one Windows machine? Okay. How many, Andy? How many we can do? Please answer.
One default instance and 49 named instances we can install
Yes.
in this.
One default plus 49 named.
49 named instances.
This is the limitation. Okay. Only why one default instance? Because when you do the default installation, it will take the default name as your computer name or your server name. By default, it will take. Okay. That's the reason why only one name will be given to the computer, right? How can you do the duplicate name again? That's the reason why only one default instance plus 49 named instances. Total 50 you can do it. Okay, but in real time, no one will not keep 50 SQL servers or 50 instances in a single machine. They don't do it basically. Maximum they go for one or two. That's it. One instance or two instances. I could see someone dropped off. Who is that? Okay. Got it right? Fine. Okay. What we have discussed about resource DB, it's a hidden database. It means that we cannot see the database in SSMS. Yes. Let's go here in the SSMS. Show me where my resource DB is there. Basically, you don't see it. It's a hidden database. Okay. Yeah. But this database is existed. How are you gonna know that whether this database is existed or not? Let me check that. Okay. You need to write a simple query for this. Select star from sys dot this alt files where db id equal to 32,769. Okay, 2,769. Why it is not giving? The db id of the resource db is 32,769. 32,767. Sorry, guys. 767, not 69. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Fine. This is the location, guys. Okay. Just copy the location. Just go to the files. Yes. Fine. Okay. This is the your MSDB by default. Sorry, resource DB. Okay. Resource DB will be MS SQL system resource. Okay. MS SQL system resource. Something like this. Your MDF file and LDF file. Okay. By default, each database will have two files. One is data file, one is log file. What is data file and log file? We'll see slowly. Right now, what you have to understand? your resource DB is existed, but still it is not appear in the, it won't appear in the SSMS. Okay, it's a hidden database. Okay, what is the purpose of the resource DB is uh, to manage the patches, upgrades. Okay, everything will be taken care by, are the all the system objects will be stored in the resource DB. Okay, all the system objects. Okay, whenever you do the upgrades, whenever you do the patchings, okay, the resource DB, the patches will be applied to the resource DB. Fine. Okay. So what you can say that it's a hidden database. We cannot see in the SSMS. The purpose of the resource DB is to manage all the system objects. Okay, fine. So whenever we do the patching, the resource DB will be updated. Fine. Okay, like this, you can check the whether your resource DB files are existed or not. What is the query? This is the query. Okay, fine. So what is the database ID for the resource DB? 32,767. What is the database ID for the master? DB ID equal to 1. Okay. If you want to see the like DB IDs, select star from sys dot databases. Okay, this is one of the command. Like this, we have like 10 to 20 commands. Okay, you have to know it. We will teach you that part, not an issue. Okay, master 1, model temdb 2, model 3, MSDB 4. Okay, temdb is 2, dbid equal to 2, MSDB dbid equal to model dbid equal to 3. Okay, and MSDB equal to dbid equal to 4. Okay, this is very important, guys. By default, in each server, that these database IDs will not change. Okay, and rest of the databases, whatever the user database that you have created, for that it will go in a uh, it will go in the next pattern, like it will assign the next DB next ID like 5, 6, 7 something, it will go keep on. Okay, total how many databases you can create? 32,767 databases. Okay, in each instance, how many databases you can create? 32,767 databases. Okay, in that 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 5. If you remove 32,767 minus 5, 32,762 databases you can create on in one instance. Okay, in each instance or each SQL server, you can create up to 32,762 databases. Total, we can say that 32,767. Okay, instead of that, 5 default databases will be, you cannot use these uh, uh, five default databases are there, right? System databases. For that 5 default databases, there is a default IDs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 32,767. This is one of the DB ID. These you cannot utilize it. Rest of the IDs will be auto given by the SQL Server. Okay, let's see that quickly here. I have until 13, right? If I go and create one more database, create database, you cannot give the ID. Okay, database name is suppose test 453. Okay, let's see. By default, it will generate next ID is 14. Okay, 543 is created. Let's see that. Okay, test 543 as database ID is 14. Okay, you cannot give this ID. This is your SQL server will generate the DB ID for whatever the database that you created. Okay, whatever the databases that we created, we call it as a user databases or user defined databases. Okay, so by default, all these databases will not be there. Okay, these databases will not be there. It will be blank. Okay, only you can see system databases like master model, MSDB, TempDB. That's it. Fine. Any issues so far? Please let me know. Okay, fine. Any issues, guys, so far?
No, sir.
Okay. Anand,
Sir.
anything for you? Anand, Srinivas, Naresh, Venu,
No, sir.
No, sir.
under,
No doubts.
understand, right?
No doubts.
Okay,
Yes, I understood.
fine. And
Here one doubt here for me.
yes.
You said for one instance we can install 50 instances, 49 instances, right?
Sorry. Your
Uh,
statement is not correct. One instance, not one instance, in one
uh,
Windows server.
yeah, in one Windows server we can install 49 instances, right?
49 plus 1. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. So, for example, if we install 2019 first time,
Mhm.
so second time onwards we can install the same 2019, or we can install different one also.
Yes,
I
you can
mean
install.
2000.
Yes, you can install the different one.
Okay, but by system it will allow 49. That's it, right?
Yes.
Whatever version, no
But
matter.
yeah, in real time, what will happen? So whatever you are doing right now, it is your computer, right? It is your system.
Yeah.
So the same thing you are going to do it in a, we call it as a servers, correct, right?
Mhm.
It will be same like the what we are using the machine, right? It will be same. Okay. So you are going
Okay.
to install 49 plus 1, 50 total in one Windows machine. You can use 49 plus 1, 50 machine, 50 SQL servers you can install. But in real time, we don't do 50 SQL servers in one Windows machine. Why? Because again, the performance will be very matter, right? So if I install 50 SQL servers, to run 50 SQL servers, how much RAM it required, how much the storage is required, right? So everything is a factor. Okay, that's the reason why max they will keep one or two. That's it. If it is a test box, yes, they will keep it for 2 to 3 instances. If it is a production box, they don't keep many servers. They will keep only one SQL server in a one Windows machine. That's it. But the Microsoft is given you that you can install 49 plus 1, total 50, you can do it. But in real time, no one will not do these many instances. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, and also like very important thing. So when you do the, or when they want to install the SQL services, what they do, they will have to assign a separate disks like 4 disks need to be assigned. That is by default. Why you have to go with the 4 disks? Okay. One is for data file, log file, tempdb, and backups. We'll see that part later. What is data file, log file, tempdb, and what is the backups? Okay, we'll see that slowly. Any other doubts, guys? Still, we have 2 minutes of time. Today it is fine. Like tomorrow we can go with the like how we gonna move the system databases from one location to another location. We'll see that. Yeah, Naresh,
No doubts. No doubts.
no doubts, right? Clear. Okay, I think then we are fine,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry.
One more doubt I
Yes,
have.
yes.
Actually, customers are saying, right? So jobs are running, the performance will be so. So can you check uh, which job is running slowly like that? So
Yes, you can.
all jobs are showing in that SQL Server agent itself or somewhere.
Here, from here, just
So,
jobs will be showing. If you
so
want
we can
to,
see all jobs. We
yeah,
can see all jobs in this location only, right?
yes. There is a job
Okay.
activity monitor. When you click on it, it will show you what are the jobs that are currently running. Okay. If it is running,
Okay.
then what it could be, see that job is like this. Okay. If I run it, see the, where is it? Close. It ran very quickly, not an issue. Let me rerun it again. See that it is showing as running, right? The symbol, see the, check the symbol.
Yeah. You can
Like this,
see.
you can see that. Okay. And
Okay.
from how much time it is getting run and all will see that. Okay. When you refresh it, it will go off sometimes.
Okay.
Why? Because already it is completed.
Yeah, it is
You
successfully
have
completed.
you have to refresh this dashboard so that you will see the latest information. Okay, guys. Sorry for the delay today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for your time. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.